Hey guys, Mr. S. Now today I'm here to talk to you about something a little different. I'm going to talk to you about a couple activities that I use currently to get to know my students a little better. Now the great news about both these activities, you can find them both now on cbhpe.org. Thanks to the incredibly talented Becky Fulmer, there are now editable versions for each activity on her site. So whether you're a PE teacher or just a regular classroom teacher, you can now edit both of these activities to meet your classroom needs. So I'm really happy about that. Now, the first activity I'm going to talk to you about is I Am a Superhero. Now, I Am a Superhero is close to my heart because obviously I'm a big superhero guy, as you guys know. Now, I wanted to put this together. I was thinking of an activity that I could do to not only get to know my students, but I've been looking at my gym walls for 22 years now, and I was looking for a way to decorate my gym and give my students a little bit of ownership, a little pride to put their creations on my wall. Kind of like the old days of, a parent or guardian putting your favorite creation up on the fridge. Now I've got my student I Am a Superhero activities placed all over my gym, and it's really neat. It's really inspiring for me to see, and I love seeing their creativity. Now, with this activity, like I said, this is completely editable, and I will put links to both of these activities in the description, so you can just click on those and get right there to create what works for your classroom. Now, as you can see, right up in here, when we create this, obviously you put your student's name here and hero name where they can make up their own hero name. They get an opportunity to create their own costume, so they can decorate their superhero any way that they would like. Now, I always tell them it's a superhero, so as long as you decorate it and you don't put any weapons or anything like that on your superhero, I will proudly place it on my wall to show their creativity. And if they choose to keep it, they can keep it. But a lot of students bring them back because they want to see their creations on the wall, which is really neat. Couple things that I've put on here, and I've changed it up a couple times, and that's what the great thing about it is when you edit it, you can change it any way what works for you, or if you want to critique it, change it a little bit, twist it, tweak it, whatever you want to call it, just make it work for you. That's the idea, make it work for you. First one, 5 healthy foods that give me strength and energy. So they can just write down their foods right here. The next one, what 5 words help to describe me? And it's a good one because a lot of times students kind of get a little lost trying to think of different ways to describe themselves. It's hard. It's hard for me as an adult to describe myself and pick 5 words, but it gets gets that opportunity to make you show who you are, be proud of who you are, and write down things that you think best describe you. I added a balance element at the bottom. Superheroes need to have great body balance. So practice how you balance in high, medium, and low plane for 10 seconds each. And when you're finished, write down how the balance training went. So not only are they working on balancing in high, medium, and low planes, they're also writing down how they did, how the training went. Next one, my superpowers are. Obviously, it's just that imagination factor, their creativity, trying to talk about their own superheroes. And I've had some very interesting superpowers as well. Hero training, write down my top 5 exercises to do and do them 10 times each. So once again, we're putting that PE aspect in there, get a little exercise, top 5 exercises, and write down each one of them and then do 10 times each. So they're getting that PE, physical education, in there as well. And then the bottom one is, how can I be a good hero? And I like this one because a lot of the growth mindsets posters, superhero posters I have in the gym, a lot of them state that you don't need superpowers to do the right thing. So it just gives them an opportunity, once again, to think about things that they could do to be a good hero. So I really enjoy this activity. I've gotten great feedback from the PE community as well as my own students. I'm happy to be able to share this with you, and happy that Becky Fulmer put it on her site, cbhpe.org, so you can create your own versions of I Am a Superhero and edit it any way you like. I hope you enjoy it. Once again, the link for this activity will be in the description of this video. Thanks again. Back again, round 2, second activity. Now, the main reason why I started putting these activities together to get to know my students is, I'm going to be honest, I was a little envious of classroom teachers, because they get the opportunity to build those relationships with students. And being a PE teacher, a lot of times I'm teaching on a 4-day schedule. Now this year it is moved to a 3-day rotation, but we're in the hybrid mode right now. So it's a group A and group B. So not a lot of time to build relationships with students. And it's really hard to build those relationships and not only get that mutual respect for one another if you don't know anything about one another. So I wanted to create another activity to get an opportunity to know my students, and get them a little opportunity to know me as well. So the My Favorite Things activity, once again, is another one that Becky Fulmer put on her cbhpe.org site, which is completely editable. I really got into Bitmojis during my extended learning period from last year. One big teacher in service for me. And so I chose Bitmojis to represent each activity, giving students an opportunity to answer those questions. So what I did is document with Comic Life. All my documents I create with Comic Life 3. I really enjoy it. It gives me a lot of different opportunities to create different things. Really user friendly, and I really enjoy it. Bitmojis of me jumping rope, and then there's a little arrow down that lets the students know they're going to write their favorite exercises in that little section. What I did was, for the Bitmoji, I find a Bitmoji image I like, and then I use an app on my phone called Colorscape. So what Colorscape does is it actually takes an image and then it removes the color from the image. So not only does this now have My Favorite Things, it makes it a little color sheet as well for students. It makes it print friendly for schools or parents and guardians if they're printing at home for PE at home or activities at home as well. So I really like that Colorscape app, so I can find any image I want, take the color right out of it, and then once again, it's a color sheet for those students. I also made coloring books with some items this year as well, which I can show on another video. So we have the jump rope, the exercises, favorite team. And so once again, I'm getting little information from my students, and they're getting a little information as well. I live and teach in Iowa all my life. I've always been a big fan of Texas sports and Texas. I got relatives in Texas, so Dallas Cowboys, Texas Rangers. So they're learning a little bit about me as well. One of my hobbies, I'm a big kid. I like video games as well. They're hobbies, and I really like, it shows the image. They can decorate it, color it any way they want, and then that arrow just points up. Here's the block where you can fill it out. Favorite music, healthy snacks, favorite superhero. Obviously, Green Lantern's always been mine since I was a little kid. So they can write in their favorite superhero, favorite PE activities, and favorite junk food. You got to throw one of those in there. Don't do it all the time, but you got to throw at least one in there. This is something that, once again, gets you an opportunity to get to know your students, gives your students a chance to know you, and then you're building that rapport with one another. And from that relationship, spawns a little respect. I really like this My Favorite Things activity. Once again, I'm happy to share it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it works for your classroom. And once again, because you can edit it, it doesn't have to be just PE. Any classroom teacher can edit it any way they want to meet your classroom needs. And I'm happy to share it. I hope you enjoy it.